What is going on, guys? It is Tony and Caesar from Lone Wolf Paintball, and today we are doing a video on Ask Us Anything.
That is Ask Us Anything.
And why? Because who's the best source for answering anything?
That's Lone Wolf Paintball.
I was waiting for you to do that. Okay, so guys, obviously if you're new here, we have a group on Facebook, Ask Us Anything - Lone Wolf Paintball. Ask us anything. Could be paintball related, could be just life questions in general. So let's get on with this.
How to style your hair?
Yeah, he's got the hairstyle going on. All right, so we're going to go to, we got James B. Hall. How to fix an air leak on a Tippmann Striker.
Well, is it coming from the valve? Is it coming from your ASA? Normally you could check it just by putting a tank on it and put your ear up to the valve system.
If it's leaking down the barrel,
it's the valve.
It's going to be the valve. That's going to be the most, that's the single, pretty much the single chamber inside of the marker, right?
Once you pull that valve outside, and then if you're, the only other air leak is going to be through the bottom line, your tank hole ring.
Exactly right. So check the valve. If you have any other questions, give us a call here at the shop, 1-800-875-9653, and one of the in-house techs can answer that question. But most likely, James, if it's leaking down the barrel, it's going to be the valve. Either needs to be replaced, because I think you just have to buy the whole new valve.
Yeah, yeah. Unless if it's leaking from the compression fitting going into the valve, that just needs to be replaced and Loctited.
There we go. All right, we are on to Kevin Wang. How often do professional players train in a week, and what do they do aside from training? All the time.
Every week.
All the time. They're constantly in the gym. They're constantly out there doing running sprints. A lot of these guys are, like I said, in the gym doing squats, doing cardio. As a pro player, you're playing against the best in the world. So you need to be out there training and multiple times a week guaranteed. I know Ronnie, Chad from Houston Heat, you got Harmon out there too. All these guys are animals out there on the field. They hit the gym, they're doing sprints, they do all that stuff out there on a football field, a track, soccer field, all that stuff. So multiple times a week, if you really want to hit your peak performance, you're going to be in the gym or doing outside some type of cardio or even like gun drills.
Yeah, you're snap shooting. Just set up some cans, far distance, and snap shoot behind something. Use your shed, shoot into something small. Don't take a 2-foot target. Try to make the target as small as you can and just aim for that.
Yeah, imagine it's going to be someone's hopper, someone's just side of the head peeking out of the bunker. So if you guys are, if you're trying to get better, you're going to have to, get what you put in, right? That's what they say, huh?
At least minimum twice a week they're playing.
Oh, easily playing, and then also physically, at the gym and all that stuff. So Kevin, they train all the time. They're not just that good without any training. Isaac. I'm really new to electronic markers and paintball in general, and I accidentally took the bolt out of my Ether 3 without releasing the air, and now it won't fire and won't turn on. When I press and hold the button, it does, however, turn on by itself and turns off by itself, but then turns right back on once it does. Is that a board issue?
Yeah, that sounds like the board if it's turning on and off. But if you popped your bolt system without degassing, it means the back 2 O-rings came off of the valve body, and those 2 can just go right back on. You'll see 2 O-ring grooves. It has to be inside an O-ring actual groove for the O-rings to seal up.
So the turning on and off, though.
That sounds like a board issue.
Either board or, your
Check
battery.
Check your battery first.
Yeah, a lot of the times.
Check your battery first.
It's super simple. My gun's doing something funky. Make sure you got a good name brand battery that hasn't been sitting in your gear bag for the last 5 years. So battery, and then turning on and off kind of sounds like a board issue to me. Jason says, go to the Planet Eclipse group. They're great, pretty much. Yeah, they are top notch over there. I know Fish is good with that. Okay, we got Paul Farrell. Curious to see which is the quietest barrel system out there. Maybe do a comparison video.
Oh,
Mark,
Paul.
Mark, are you back there? You got any audio?
What?
He wanted a barrel comparison video.
Oh, we might have a whole bunch of those already done and or scheduled to come out in the near future, so just stay tuned.
Paul was reading our mind. We bought a nice, what are those called, Mark?
It's a decibel meter.
It's a decibel meter, and we did a ton of different barrel comparisons with some of the best out there on the market at 8 to 10 different barrels, so stay tuned.
Oh, by now he's probably seen some, because
yeah, we've only released 3 or 4 or 5 maybe, but we did quite a few. Aaron Keene, So I've put maybe 25,000 shots through this thing, and I'm still noticing major inconsistencies with velocity. I bought it new. Issue is to adjust this gun just before almost every game. It will stay consistent for 1 point. An hour goes by, the next game I have to chrono every time because it drops way off or too high. What do you think, like a reg seat or something?
It could be the regulator's dirty or his air's dirty, affecting the reg. Clean out your reg first. And
on the tank, correct?
On the tank, make sure that that's clean, and then go ahead and clean out the actual your inline reg and your TM40, and then make sure that your inserts are matched to the bore paint that you have. If you have to go a little bit underbore, try that.
Yeah, that would make sense. The consistency like that. Also looking to find dwell settings, he said. I mean, normally I would always recommend whatever it is stock from the factory. Obviously, they have engineers over there at DLX. Like, those guys know what they're doing. You bought it brand new. So either dirty air, a lot of these, some fields want to cheap out and not change their filters on their compressor, and you're getting water actually put into the moisture put into the tank. So check the regs, and then if it's brand new, I mean, your reg seat, unless you buried that sucker up front and you cracked it like a little, it's like a little hockey puck, right?
You put an indentation into that, you're going to get some problems.
You got to change it. So if you have, I don't know if you've got it resolved by now, but if so, I hope you the best. I mean, those are great guns. I'm just kind of looking at the comments. Keep the paint cool. Break down and service the regulators, says Jonathan. Exactly that. Derek, what are the best? Well, this one's right up your alley. What are the best autocockers? My friend is trying to get into paintball and asked me what are the best markers for beginners, intermediate players. Best autocockers?
I mean, first of all, if he's just getting into the game now, I wouldn't recommend him getting into an autococker.
No, those are very finicky. When they shoot good, they shoot great. But there's a lot of...
for mechanical guns, I mean, you've got the EMAX,
Ether 3Ms.
I mean, those are all great guns if he's getting into the game now. But if you're not gonna find a good cocker offhand to be as a beginner. If you want to start spending, $1,200 on a cocker, it's a different story. But I wouldn't recommend that as a beginner gun.
Mechanical, like he just said, you're talking EMAX, Ether 3Ms. If you want to dabble into the beginner speedball, electronic stuff, definitely the Empire Mini GS or the Die Rise CZR, something like that. But yeah, I mean, if you're
and then if you want to go electronics above and beyond, for beginner guns, you got Mini GSs. There's so many other guns.
100%, and they're not gonna break the bank per se. Brian South, love to see a 3-way color swap. Mix the colors up between the same 3 markers.
Pretty sure they're on their website.
We do custom anos that are 3 ways and all sorts, but a 3-way color swap? Interesting, Brian. We'll see what we got in inventory, and maybe we'll take a peek. Be careful, Robert Young, be careful where you search that. Oh, yikes. All right, we're going to leave that one alone. Stephen Hawkins, what size air compressor would you need to fill a 4,500 PSI tank?
Oh, it's going to be a big Bauer. A big scuba diving compressor.
Yeah, they have smaller ones that are made overseas. You can get into them for maybe a couple grand. I know they've got some, once again, foreign ones that are like $500, but you're not really going to want to mess with that, to be honest. There's a couple guys, you probably already saw the links of what that is for 100, whatever that one is that Zachary posted for $200, man, I wouldn't.
It's not even worth it.
Would not recommend. If you want something good, you're going to have to spend the bucks. What is the level 7 treatment you guys offer and its benefits? Samuel, what do you offer?
Well,
custom machining.
It's customizing your trigger, putting 2 different springs in the gun, allowing the marker to respond quicker on pull and release. So depending on which gun you have, if it's an EMAC, a DSR, CS3, all those mechanical guns, even an amp and a shocker, the shocker amp, the Lux TM40, all those can be modified with the level 7 trigger mod done to them. But you can't just do the trigger mod by itself. You have to have the boom treatment done with it, and there's other things that have to correlate with that project.
100%. It's got to be fine-tuned and dialed in.
And like he shot them all. Every single one of them shoots 15 per second consistently. And the people that tell you out there that they're the naysayers that it's not what it is, they're full of shit because they have never seen it. So I'm just letting you know.
It's fast. I get it. Everyone likes to hate on the boom and all that, but got a lot of pro players out there rocking this stuff.
I mean, I just had 6 guns come back from the Pittsburgh Open that
I
wanted
feel
that
you.
done.
Hey, it's the internet. Everyone can stand strong behind their keyboard. And that was it. We're ending with Sam on a hot topic. Don't forget, your teammates, your buddies, friends, go to Ask Us Anything on Facebook. And like I said, literally ask us anything, paintball related or not. Where do they shop, Pizzo, the best source?
It's lonewolfpaintball.com.